All right, begin.
What's going on, y'all? What it is? So let's go ahead and slide on this topic, and I want to discuss Wendy for a bit. So guys, I did a video a couple of days ago in regards to Wendy, and she was being interviewed and she looked great. She was very coherent. She seemed of a sound mind and things of that nature, and things were looking really good. Guys, what I want to do before I get into this story about her brother calling her out for not having a relationship with their father, and also Kelvin Hunter looks like he might be up creep when it comes to receiving alimony for Wendy, I want to play you guys a video of her returning back home from that same interview.
Hey Wendy. How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
You looking good?
Thank you. Can I have your hand, please? Can I have your hand?
Oh,
Somebody's hand.
somebody.
Take your hand. Thank you. Can you walk me over, please?
Alright, so you guys just saw that. And so what that lets me know, and it's very clear and evident, that it's still an uphill battle for Wendy to return back to at least 100%, right? She's still dealing with alcoholism, in my opinion. I believe that she had a drink from the interview back to her house, and it shows. And she shouldn't be drinking because I'm pretty sure that she's on a lot of medication, right? Now, I do consider myself to be a fair person, so let's just say Wendy wasn't drinking. Maybe it's a direct result of all the years she was drinking when she was taking the medication for all the different ailments that she was suffering from. And again, as a result of it, this is how it has taken a toll on her body. You know, with her stumbling to get into her apartment, you know, it seems like when she's walking, she feels like she's just gonna fall over. So maybe it's just a direct result of her mixing those medications with alcohol. Listen, I don't know. I'm just praying for Wendy to get better. So let's go ahead and jump into what her brother had to say about her strained relationship with their father. Now, Tommy is ticked off with Wendy, and their father is heartbroken over the fact that Wendy has not communicated with him and let him know the status of her health. Wendy has gone completely silent. She has cut off all communication with family, and her father in particular is heartbroken because this is the month that is actually the anniversary of his wife and their mother's passing. Tommy also alluded to the fact that he can see the pain in his father's eyes when they discuss Wendy. He's so just crushed over the fact that he has no communication with his daughter. And Tommy is just hoping that Wendy comes around for the holidays. They don't want Wendy to show up bearing gifts and things of that nature. Tommy said the biggest gift would be for Wendy to just show up for their father. And Tommy was adamant in his position in all of this. He said that they don't want Wendy the daytime talk show queen, right? They don't want Wendy the celebrity. They want Wendy just as a family member. And that's deep, y'all. And when I was reading this, you know, I could feel the pain through the words that Tommy was expressing for Wendy to just be a part of the family. Let people know that you're okay. He also alluded to the fact that Wendy has not had any type of communication with her son ever since she left rehab. So to be honest, I'm not sure if Wendy is all there upstairs, right? It's clear and evident that something is going on, but this is particularly sad given the fact that, you know, her father will be 92 in February, and he's the last living parent that she has. And I think that it's imperative that she makes an effort to keep in contact with her father, to keep a relationship with her father, you know, because at the end of the day, he doesn't have much longer here on earth himself. So I understand where Tommy is coming from, but we do have to understand that Wendy is going through something both mentally and physically. Now, I was going to read you guys the publication that states all the information that I conveyed to you, but I believe that I covered everything. So let's just move along to the next topic in regards to Wendy Williams and Kelvin Hunter. All right, y'all, so let's slide into this. So basically, when Wendy abruptly left her talk show back in 2021, right, her $10 million annual salary was cut off. And it sounds about right to me. Who's going to pay somebody who's not there to work, right? So this doesn't sound good for Kelvin Hunter, though, because there was a stipulation in the contract that really puts him and Sharina out of bounds, right, from receiving any type of alimony right now. So let's go ahead. I am going to read these receipts, right? I want you guys to pay close attention to what they had to say about this interesting matter, because it really puts Kelvin on the outside looking in. Wendy Williams has continued to see drastic changes to her life following her sudden talk show exit in 2021, including being cut off from her $10 million annual salary, according to new court filings and explosive documents exclusively obtained by The Sun. Wendy's ex-husband Kelvin Hunter has filed to have his monthly payments from his famous ex, which were agreed to in their divorce, resumed. In pushing back on Kevin's demand for payment, the ex-TV host attorney filed that Wendy, who is 58, has not had income from the Wendy Williams show since October of 2021, just 1 month into what would be an entire season of the show going on in her absence. On October the 15th of 2021, plaintiff was informed by the talk show Wendy Williams that her contract was being suspended and that no compensation shall accrue or be payable to the plaintiff for the duration of plaintiff's disability and incapacity, Wendy's attorney wrote. The former talk show host attorney went on to cite the divorce settlement agreement she and Kevin signed back in January of 2020. If for any reason, right, plaintiff's contract with the talk Wendy Williams is not renewed or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and plaintiff does not have any other television show being aired paying her an equivalent salary, defendant understands and agrees that all severance payment shall be subject to either termination or modification, Wendy's attorney said in citing the ex's agreement. Did y'all guys hear that? Basically, Wendy has not been making any money, right? She's been out of work. So she's not responsible to pay any alimony. That's what that sounds like to me. Drop down in the comments if I read that wrong, right? Because I did have a long night last night, but that is what I'm reading, that she's not responsible for paying any alimony, at least in this present time. I mean, they did say that the payments could be modified, but at the end of the day, I'm happy for Wendy because I don't think that Kelvin deserves anything else. So I hope that he's ready to pawn all that jewelry. I hope that he's ready to sell one of those or two of those cars that he's obtained from the marriage to Wendy, right? And I hope that Sharina has sold a lot of pancake mix to keep them financially afloat, because it seems as though Wendy is out of the woods from having to pay all of that alimony, right? And I'm happy for Wendy. And like I said previously, I don't think that Kelvin deserves anything else. He got everything and more during his marriage to Wendy. He bought houses, you know, with Wendy's money to house Sharina and to give her a certain type of lavish lifestyle. You know, he's taken Sharina out of the country and went on these shopping sprees and expensive vacations. And so at the end of the day, listen, the gravy train is over, right? Get a job. Welcome to Dairy Queen. How may I help you, right? You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and be a man, and stop trying to, you know what I'm saying, live off of Wendy's dime. You know, and the last thing I want to say about this before I end this video is that, listen, we don't like how Wendy has not been able to get access to her money. We don't think it's fair, and I understand it, but it may have been the best thing for her, because at the end of the day, she may not liked what Lori Schiller did, but in a sense, she's kind of protected Wendy's finances, right? They're still intact. It's just about Wendy gaining, you know, her mental mobility back to be able to, you know, function and be over her finances solely again. So at the end of the day, we may not have liked it, but I think that it was the best thing for her. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let this slide right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this particular situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.